April 2nd, 2022, get you caught up on a little bit here. Of course, most of you's heard by now that Ukraine possibly attacked a oil refinery or a depot in Russia. Still haven't heard Ukraine take, credit for it, so who knows what that is over there. Some people are saying it's the Russians, they bombed their own stuff to that doesn't make sense, but like I've been saying this whole time, nothing over there is making sense anymore except for this is all planned out and it's to help along, to global reset. Grocery prices in my area has went up again on some things. Now everything has went up. Like vein of sausages. Let's just use Walmart for example. Last week, picked up a can of them. They were 47 cents. This week, they're 57 cents. So guys, prices are going up. I know a lot of you, you don't shop at Walmart or nothing like that, and that's fine. I'm just using them for an example. But guys, the prices keep going up and up. Here our gas prices are starting to go down, but they're nowhere near what they was when the price per barrel was the same before all this happened. You got the federal government releasing reserves, which makes no sense at all. And I understand other presidents have done this also. It's not just Biden that's the only one that's done it. That's a temporary fix. It's not fixing the problem. It's just dropping the price. You've got to put that oil back into the reserves, Like, things are getting crazy. Everybody can see it every day. Sorry about that. Bumped my stand. But if you haven't got prepared as far as food and water, guys, it's just going to keep getting more expensive. Every time we turn around, the prices are going up. So also seeing now some stores in my area, the stock is getting low again. The best buy dates, they're real close to already being expired or just a few months out now. And occasionally you'll find something with a 2-year, from now date on it. Guys, always when you buy something, pick it up and look at that best buy date. No matter what store you're shopping at, no matter if it's a Walmart, a Myers or something like that, or anywhere you shop and buy groceries or food products, always check that best buy date. Now, the food's good past that, but you don't want to be buying stuff to put into your preps if that's going to best buy date is in a month or two from now. I think what's going on with that stuff is that they're just putting everything they've had out on the shelves out, and what's been backlogged, with the shipping crisis, with the the containers and everything still sitting out at sea, which they still are. We're not hearing about that either, but they're still backed up there. They could just be finally getting that stuff out. But my question has been, is there going to be anything to come back after that? I mean, we keep hearing there's going to be, food shortages across the world, not just America, across the world, guys. Some people are calling it, food shortages of biblical proportions. I can't speak for that as far as, saying every country is going to have a food shortage. We know that China, they're stockpiling grains. And I think by this fall, what's going to happen, possibly even by summer, but definitely once we get through this growing season, that's when we're going to start seeing just how bad it is as far as the shortages. We've got farmers that are switching over that used to grow something. Now they're growing something else this year due to the fertilizer cost. A lot of stuff is grown with fertilizer. I myself in my garden, I very rarely use any type of fertilizer. I have in the past, but guys, prices just keep going up. I know I keep saying this. I know a lot of people look at it and they say, well, that only went up like 10 cents, those vein of sausages you're talking about. They went up 10 cents. That's not that bad. But you got to look back 2 years ago. How much has it went up in 2 years? And look at it like this. Look at how much stuff's went up just since January of this year. We're just now into April. We're in the 4th month of the year, and you've already got prices that's went up, 10, 20, 30%. It's not going to stop. I keep hearing it's going to get back to normal. It is not going to get back to normal. This is the new normal. It's never going to get back to cheaper. I mean, like I said the other day, look at the Dollar Tree. They're now the $1.25, which doesn't make much sense because, like a Dollar General, they're two different stores, Dollar General and the Dollar Tree. All right, the Dollar General has a little dollar section. You can buy it now cheaper at the Dollar General than going to the Dollar Tree, because the Dollar Tree is going to charge you $1.25. I mean, this is the new normal. Prices are going up. They're not going to come back down. Gas is going to come down a little bit, and then it's never going to get back down to $2 a gallon. We all know that. They conditioned us to say, you know, $2 a gallon, then it went to $3, and then it went to $4. I'm talking about my area. I know in other areas it went way higher. But once it hit $4, we're happier paying $3.50, $3.20 a gallon. We're much more happier than that than we was. But it hasn't went back down, is what I'm trying to say. You're never going to get back down to what it was pre-pandemic. It's not going to happen. This is the new normal. We preach it. Every channel on here preaches it. You know, stock food to the rafters. You've got to start doing this. I mean, our stores are starting to get a little more bare now. Some things got more in it. Some things, you know, are shorter. But things like soups and pasta and all that kind of stuff has been short for a while. What they've done in the stores, they shrunk the sections down. What used to be a whole 20-foot section is now 6 foot. And about all you see in them sections, especially in our area of soup, is name brand soup. You know, I know people out there that refuse to buy generic food. They just absolutely refuse it. You know, I'm not buying generic. Well, if you're able to get generic at, let's say, 60 cents a can, or your name brand for $1.50, $2 a can, the way the economy is, you need to drop down and get them generic foods, you know. But you do what you want to do. You stock what you want to eat. You know, I've always preached that. But guys, get out there and get stocked up the best you can, because prices are just going to keep going up. The more shortage we have, the higher it's going to go. That's just the way it is. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you like or dislike the video, doesn't matter to me. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Everything's just going to keep going up in price. That's just the way it is. We're never going to be back to pre-pandemic prices. For anybody that says we are, they're not telling you the truth. This is the new normal. Get used to it, and get used to every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, prices are going to go up again. And we'll see this summer and this fall just how bad the food shortage is going to be that they're predicting, because that gets us through our growing seasons. And also, you got to understand, we ship out a lot of our food. Most of the food that we buy in the United States is imported. So let that sink in. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Stay safe out there, and just keep prepping. If you're already prepped, keep adding to it. If you haven't started prepping, please start prepping. Please start getting food put up. Hope everybody has a good night.